When we talk of enterprise AI adoption, we need to talk in two layers. This layer 1 at the bottom is all about cool stuff, which means the efficiency gain, the cost control, the performance, and how AI is helping the business. But until or unless you put this trust layer on the top, AI adoption is not gonna happen. You must put this trust layer on the top. What is this layer? This is about reconciliation, tracing, auditability, etc. And if you have to work on AI adoption, these two things should go hand in hand. Today, what I am going to do is I am going to show you a product demo, especially the second part, the trust part, with Scry AI. Satish is joining with me from Scry AI. Thanks to Scry AI for giving the time and showing this demo to you, where you will understand how this trust factor works in AI products on the ground. One disclaimer guys, this is not a paid promotion or any kind of promotional activity. This is entirely for your education and for you to understand what matters on the ground when we talk of AI implementation as a whole. So let's start the discussion. Hi everybody, I have Satish with me today. Hi Satish, thanks for your time and thanks for
Hi, Bharat.
joining Unfold Data Science. So we will start, like if you can talk about yourself and Scry a bit.
Sure. Thank you, Aman. Thank you for having me today. Hello, everyone. My name is Satish Repe. I'm currently working as Director of Operation in the Scry AI, overseeing the initiatives such as Collatio Financial Spreading and Origa RTI. I'm based out Pune, India location, and bring with me over 20 plus years of experience in finance domain, mainly with the focus of on financial spreading and credit risk reporting. This is brief about me. About Scry, Scry AI is R&D AI company headquartered in Silicon Valley, founded by our CEO Dr. Alok Agarwal, with strong engineering center across India, with different locations like Gurgaon, Noida, Pune, and Hyderabad. Additionally, we have international branch in Dubai, and with more locations coming soon. So we have delivered hundreds of 100 plus enterprise AI projects with a team of 320 plus professionals. That's all about our company.
That's great, Satish. Great to know about Scry. I have been following Scry page on LinkedIn and I'm in touch with Alok and Deepak and you. So I follow all the posts on various tools that come. Those are quite interesting. Not only Collatio that we are going to see, but there are multiple tools for multiple purposes, products. So coming back to Collatio or the problem we are trying to solve. So for the audience who do not know what is financial spreading, if from your experience you can tell them in like simple language what is financial spreading and why we need intelligent tools for doing it.
Sure. So, financial statement spreading is a fundamental process in credit analysis or the risk assessment of the organization or the different companies or entities. It involves transferring data from financial data from a borrower's document or the applicant documents, such as balance sheet, income statement, and statement of cash flow, and entering that data into the structured formats like spreadsheets or specialized financial spreading softwares. The transformation allows analysts to standardize financial data regardless how it is presented originally by the borrower or the reported in financial document. The process often includes a review of multiple years of financial statement and tax documents. So for viewers, like the tax document also, the business tax documents also includes the balance sheet and the income statement of a company to build a historical view for borrowers' performance. By doing so, analysts can understand important trends, identify inconsistencies or risk associated to different aspects, and assess the overall financial condition of the borrower or the applicant. So this has been really important aspect. The financial spreading is a core part of like credit risk analysis or the while like the different entities or the financial institutions are checking the credit worthiness of their client. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting, and that's really useful for people who do not know what financial spreading is. Now, if I'm doing it at scale, then obviously there are like thousands of documents that companies like big companies like, let's say, British Petroleum or Unilever, or these guys would be having thousands and thousands of documents. So if I do it manually, like let's go to old days, then what is the problem?
So there are certain pain areas in the manual data entry.
Hmm.
So entering manual data takes like significant of time, often causes delays, particularly when the processing large amount of data. Manual data entry raises the likelihood and errors such as like the incorrect values, transposed digits, or overlooked entries. So when a human work manually, there are like chances to make errors, and that compromises the accuracy and reliability of the financial analysis again. So manual process slow down the data processing, overall data processing, preventing timely access to the financial insights because nowadays decisions are too fast, the loans are being applied, there is a competition around. So financial institutions have to turn around with the loan applications or the credit applications in a quicker time. So overall, like manual processing delays that decision making and impacts the process or delays.
Yeah, makes sense. In the fast moving, where data is everything, if we can't prepare data faster, then how we'll be able to take decision faster, right?
Yeah. And it's overall about like the historical data, analyzing the historical data for the companies or the organizations. So that may like go beyond 5 years or 3 years or 5 years down the line. And that is the larger scale of data and doing it manually, which is really a time consuming process.
Okay, so let's go ahead and see the demo of Collatio financial spreading and how it helps in, decoding what is there in statements.
Sure. So in Collatio financial spreading, the process start ingesting the data into the system. So there are several ways to ingest the data into the system. So one way is user can simply upload the document using drag and drop option from the upload file screen. And another way is like we can fetch the data using APIs. And the third way of ingesting data, the Collatio can download the data from different websites like company website or sec.gov website. Once the document has been ingested into the system, the user will land on the document listing page. So where you will see the different documents which are uploaded. So as an example, I'll walk you through with this document. So, so once we enter into the document, you will see the PDF at left-hand side and the statements which are extracted and classified at right-hand side. So after ingesting the document, Collatio digitize the document, so which is basically converting the document from into the machine readable format. So once the digitization is done, Collatio extracts the data from the document, the different tables available in the document, and it classifies the data into these categories, basically income statement, balance sheet, cash flow statement, and comprehensive income statement. So as an example, here is the income statement. So while extracting the income statement, Collatio also identifies the key pair values, which are like statement attributes given at the top. So where you can see the statement date, period, unit, currency, and statement type. So these are the statement attribute basically for which period the statements are reported or what is the date of that particular report, that all been getting extracted. Along with that, the income statement is extracted here. So as you can see, all the values which are available in this table and the attributes are extracted. So when I click on any of the value, it will get highlighted. So it will show originally like from where it got extracted. So user can easily identify the values which are extracted from the table. Some of the values you can see which are highlighted in green color. So those are the totals. So what Collatio does is Collatio does the reverse engineering and it identifies the relation between the numbers. So where the gross profit is the total of like revenue and cost of revenue. So that Collatio has identified and it tries to match that total. So when I have a cursor on this, you will see that is a sum of row number 9 and 10 and which is matching. So that's why it is highlighted in green. If there is an error in any of the value or the values doesn't match, so in that case, the values, the totals will get highlighted in the red color. So that user can easily identify where the error is and they can easily do the edits in the data. When the user does do any edits or change any values, those values will get highlighted in blue color. So that is the traceability Collatio provides or the auditability Collatio provides. Along with the primary statement, Collatio also extract the notes which are associated to the primary statement. So you can see there is a plus, blue color plus sign here. So when I click on this plus sign, it will expand the breakup, so which is extracted along with the primary statement. So particularly this value is coming from the primary statement, primary table, whereas the other values, those are coming from the notes section. And when the user clicks on any of the value, it will get highlighted in the PDF and user can easily see the source of that particular value from where it got extracted. Similarly, there are other tables. So cost of revenue, this is the value which is coming from the primary statement. And when we expand the breakup, this is the value which is coming from the notes section. Then there is a last stage in the financial statement spreading is template attribute. So template attribute is nothing but the chart of account. By using that, the data will get normalized or harmonized. So often like the different companies or the different entities, they report the financials in different formats or the nomenclature of the attributes can be different. So to make that standardized, the template attribute comes in picture. So where you can see this column and this is called like the template mapping or template attribute. By using this, the data will get harmonized and that will be used for the downstream process for making the standardized.
Yeah, one company may call it sales, another may call it revenue. Both should map to sales and revenue.
Yeah.
So quite interesting to see this, Satish. And what I see is since we are here, for an example, we are seeing the financial sector. So the trust factor and the reconciliation and the tracing and audit becomes really, really important. So in your experience, how much importance have you seen that businesses will give to these? On the one side, if we keep tech or the smartness of tool in one hand and trust and reconciliation, etc., on other hand, how much importance will be given to the this part?
So while like the financial institutions or organization, they handle like large amount of data and while spreading the data and this is like the financial statements are the kind of sensitive data. So while handling the auditability plays an important role in the spreading. So, so if the values are reported correctly and if those got extracted correctly, then that provides like the accuracy, high accuracy in the credit analysis. So, but if someone makes the changes and if there is no auditability, so it is very hard to identify like where the values are changed and who has changed the value. So where Collatio provides that complete transferability or the auditability. So wherever like the user makes any edits in the values or any if they play with any of the attribute or the value intentionally, then it the logs will get captured, the value will get highlighted in blue color. So whoever is like validating the data or approve in the data, so they can easily track or trace those edits.
Yeah, that
And,
tracing or logging is really important for kind of work that we are doing here.
yeah. And this is really important factor from the financial institutions or the banks while they are handling like the financial statements or the sensitive data.
True. Be it finance or be it any regulatory sector like healthcare or public domain or income tax, etc. These things are
Exactly.
really critical.
Exactly.
So, if you have to give a message to users or people watching this, where the with in between all the noise of AI and you are associated with Scry AI, so how the AI landscape is changing, what people should learn, where they should focus on, and what will add value to their profiles in the future.
Yeah. So my message to audience is uh, adopt AI strategically, not aggressively. So AI should be used to improve the efficiency, reduce operational cost, and support better decision making, and not replace the human judgment. So human judgment are really important along with like when we adopt AI or any system.
Yeah, human judgment is critical, and um,
Critical.
there is a topic that is very much trending in the world of AI, that is critical thinking with AI.
Yeah.
So what people are saying is always see AI's output with a sense of doubt. So AI's output should be always looked from the lens of doubt and what assumption it is making, especially generative AI.
Exactly. And just to add, our CEO, Dr. Alok Agarwal, has authored the Amazon bestseller, The Fourth Industry Revolution and 100 Years of AI, that offers like insight into the how AI, demographics, and economics are transforming industries worldwide. So I would suggest the audience to go for this book, and you will find the really interesting, and you will learn like a lot of things about AI.
Yeah, I'll give that link. I have read that book. That's a really nice book. So 50 years from now, what will happen to AI? How the infra is building in the background, but things have not matured. Alok talks about TCO, total cost of ownership. That is something people need to really understand.
Yes,
Because if you are making a lot of mistakes in your processing and you are again correcting it, then there is a report that says that 40% of effort is gone in that, which means if you would have originally done it using manual hands, that would have been a better choice.
yeah,
So these are the things critical for when we talk of AI adoption or strategy or enablement. These are the things that matter on the ground, not the fancy demo that people shows on YouTube's and generative AI demos doing this.
yes.
Thanks, Satish, for all your time, and it was great demo, and we learned a lot from you. And we will keep talking, Satish.
Thank you. Thank you, Aman.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.